The boomer shooter genre has seen a great influx of wonderful titles over the past few years, likely due to the excellent Doom Revival series, and the latest one is Beyond Sunset, an interesting mix of boomer shooter gameplay with RPG mechanics. But does it work? Let's find out. So let's start off with the story, and it sees you playing as a cyber-enhanced samurai called Lucy, and a mysterious woman named Yuri offers her a deal in exchange for getting her memories back. You need to utilize your powers to become a street samurai in the crime-ridden, plague-stricken streets of Sunset City. The story is solid and serviceable enough, but it wasn't something that I was really invested in that much. But what did invest me was the combat, and wow, it hits hard. For any of these type of games, if the combat doesn't hit you, you're screwed. But fortunately, Beyond Sunset feels absolutely great. You're not just running and gunning, which actually does feel really silky smooth, by the way. You're actually very agile with slide and wall jumping and also slashing with a very cool katana. And everything just works so well together. It's so fluid and fast paced, like a delicious, deadly dance of bullets, blood, and blades. Your arsenal, your tools of destruction do actually grow quite impressively as the game progresses, with loads of new weapons that can all be upgraded to do more cool things and damage. Some of the earlier weapons can feel a bit redundant nearing the end of the game as they're not powerful enough, even whilst upgraded, which is a bit of a shame. But the melee combat with the katana is very cool indeed. Unlike most games of its ilk, melee options are pretty forgettable and never really a viable means of playing the game. But in Beyond Sunset, the katana is a very vital and super fun tool to use as you can slash enemies to bits and also deflect bullets. It also helps to balance out the earlier weapons not feeling that useful later on. As for the levels themselves, Beyond Sunset tries to spice things up quite a bit by ditching the traditional linear levels and going for more open and layered levels that mix exploration up with arenas of combat. And you can tell the developers really did like the original Deus Ex as it just oozes off the screen. And the levels themselves look great, the neon soaked streets are wonderful to look at, and it's just a shame that there can be a lot of backtracking as your objective isn't really that clear and it's very easy to get lost. I did get lost quite a few times during my playthrough. On the technical side of things, though, Beyond Sunset looks and runs great, delivering some wonderful looking vistas in that typical boomer shooter style. It all looks lovely with plenty of style and identity, channeling Deus Ex and Blade Runner quite nicely, and runs silky smooth as well. Unfortunately, I did experience quite a few technical glitches, including several crashes, being stuck in the walls quite a few times, audio mixing, which is also pretty rough, as some deaths sound shockingly loud. And also, there was a few little progression issues that would just restart my level from the start of a certain chapter, which all this stuff is a shame because if these technical issues wasn't here, it would have been a much more smoother and more enjoyable experience. But hopefully they can fix these pretty soon. A special mention should be given to the soundtrack. This synthwave soundtrack is an absolute banger and it helps add a lot of style and character to the game and really does help to sell this cyberpunk world fantasy perfectly. I must admit I did leave the music playing for a bit whilst being idle because it's that great and such a fantastic selection of music there. And I'm pretty certain you can actually buy the soundtrack off Steam, which I'm very tempted to do. Overall, Beyond Sunset stands out in a sea of boomer shooters, delivering a really enjoyable time with kinetic movement, fun guns, banging soundtrack, and an interesting RPG mechanics to make for a very impressive time. Unfortunately, level design is a bit confusing and can lead to you getting lost, and there was a few too many glitches for my liking that did spoil my time. The game is very reasonably priced at only around £8 or about $10, and I do think it's definitely worth checking out. I just hope that the bugs are ironed out. So at the moment, I'm giving Beyond Sunset a 7.5 out of 10 with the title of good. As always, thank you ever so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could like and subscribe, that'd be totally awesome. And as always, till next time, you take care. Bye.